Hey there guys, and thank you for coming back to my review channel for today's review. Well, obviously you can tell from the cover picture, I did do a little bit of shoppings. And for today's review, well, I only got 3 games. I only picked, it was a little bit of 3 games. So let's get into the first one. The first one, Super Mario RPG. And I've been looking at this game for quite some time. It's 100% physical. It's Super Mario RPG and the Quest for the 7 Stars for Super Nintendo. And that game for Super Nintendo, what's crazy about that is I had that game for Super Nintendo. And that was probably the last Super Nintendo game that I personally received before I was gifted my N64. So, and when I received this, I was asking all the time for Doom 64 with the N64 for Christmas. And instead I ended up getting this one, which wasn't a bad W for me as a 10-year-old, so I couldn't really complain. But I do remember this game. I didn't really get that far with it when I had it back then in the day, but I am looking forward to playing it now on the Nintendo Switch. The entire game is here, and I picked this up from Best Buy. I paid $45.99 roughly. Maybe with some tax in there, but it was on sale, $46 on sale. Normally is a $60 game. And as physical copies start to begin to disappear, this one is going to go up in price as well. Currently, right now, complete in box, it's $25, but sealed, it's worth $29. And it came out for the Switch. Now, this is wild. So, I did some research on this. This came out for the Switch on November 17th, 2023. So it's 2 years old, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to start to disappear since the Switch 2 came out. I've noticed a lot of new physical games for the Switch 1 ceasing to be, which means that people are buying them. So if you want to get a copy, get one soon. Right now it's currently on sale at Best Buy, $46, which is roughly, if you include the tariff pricing, that's 25% off. So I mean, get it now before it's going to go up even more. In addition to this one, now I had 3 games. I also picked up Pepper Grinder. I've been looking at this game. This game, in my previous video where I did a GameStop haul, this game I was looking at inside of GameStop, and this one was, or previously it was a $12.99 title, and then they jacked the price up to $20 used. And that was a real disappointment for me seeing that, because I was hoping to pick it up for $13, but for $20 they can hold on to their copy because I picked up a new copy from Best Buy for $15, 15 buckaroos. This basically is a game where some people come and they steal Pepper's, this character right here, her name is Pepper, they come and they steal Pepper's fortune, and the only way for her to get it back is to use her grinder and grind the earth and the terrain. And it's a pretty wild game. I've definitely seen plenty of videos of it on the internet. And you guys already know I'm a fan of anything by this company, Devolver, so I had to scoop this one up, especially for $15, knowing that I could get it brand new, in the plastic, sealed, for 15 buckaroos. Yeah, that's definitely coming with me. Just like this one is definitely coming with me. And this one is going to go right on the case, like that, saved. Pepper Grinder, though, is interesting because Pepper Grinder is only worth $20 sealed, but complete in box, it is only worth $19. So with this one, if I opened it and went to play it, I would only lose $1. Whereas this one, I have to wait a little bit for it to go up in value. But like I said, it's a sealed copy, and sealed copies, in my opinion, are worth more. No one can doubt it, that the game is in there. It sounds like the game is in there. It sounds pretty secure. This was the last physical copy at my Best Buy. I see the game. The game is in there. I see the plastic. Through the plastic, I see the game. And this one, I see the game as well. Although this one, the plastic is a little bit loose, but it's still sealed. This one has Super Mario RPG, has mild fantasy violence, and this one just has fantasy violence. However, what's interesting is Super Mario RPG is E for everybody, and Pepper Grinder is E10. But both have fantasy violence. This one has mild fantasy violence. This one just has fantasy violence. So I guess the violence is a little bit more crazier in Pepper Grinder than it is in Mario RPG. And Pepper Grinder came out in March 28th, 2024. So this one is just a little bit older than a year, about roughly 18 months old on that one, but very happy to have these two in my collection now. And the last one, the one that you guys probably all came here for, this game is called Risk of Rain 2, and it comes on the game pack with the original Risk of Rain. And Risk of Rain is a game where basically you have to survive waves of aliens while you... It's almost like zombies. If you had Call of Duty Zombies, it's basically a similar game setup as Call of Duty Zombies. The only difference is you're trying to build a base in addition to building weapons to get off of the planet. And it looks like one is the one where you're trying to get away from the spaceship. So, but this one, Risk of Rain 2, everything is on this Switch. Game pack, it is 100% physical, and I picked this up from Gamestop today. And this one I paid $9.29 for. Got a whole bunch of discounts off there. Boom, 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 boom. And it only came out to $8.54. And then they added some tax there. And yeah, but this one was originally $19.99. I scooped that one up for the low, under 50% off, because that's how I shop in GameStop. So this one I paid full price for, though. I paid for it with my money. And this one came out for the Switch. Like I said, I paid $8 for this one. This one came out for the Switch, and this one came out November 15th, 2019. So this one is an older title. I know that Borderlands 4 just came out this weekend, so I wanted to celebrate Gearbox and add another Gearbox to my title. I also love that this was brought in relatively recently. So somebody definitely just traded this one in, probably to get their hookup with Borderlands 4. I can only imagine why else would you trade away a Gearbox game unless you were getting a better Gearbox game. And there was a few Gearbox games there as well. There was another one called like Astronaut or something like that, but it only had one game in it. Although that one, looking at the packaging now, it was $30. This one was $20. Maybe when my, if my unemployment hits, then maybe I'll go back to the GameStop and I'll scoop that one up for $30. But really, I'm just happy to have this one, and this one looks very entertaining. Crash land on a planet. There's alien life. You got to get out of there. And there's, like I said, the original one is there as well. So very excited to try this one. 100% physical on the game pack right here. No need for the internet. The first game is on this game pack as well. And the game pack, if you do say so myself, the game pack does look relatively clean on here. So I got no complaints. Overall, very, very happy with this one. So, as always, guys, my name is Johnny5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little haul that I had here. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. Show me something in the comment box down below. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe in the corners and you ring that bell. Daily uploads here. Jay Glees and Cobra Snake, they'll be in the description box down below. Jay Glees, a jack of all trades, master of none. Hunting, camping, fishing. Hunting, camping, fishing, DIY projects, bottle cap collection, and his little doggy Boone. You gotta check him out. He'll be in the description box down below. And Cobra Snake. Cobra Snake is a retro video gamer. He's somebody who actually convinced me to start putting up video games up here for you guys to check out. So, you guys want to see more of my collection? Check out some tips and tricks for some old retro style games, and he'll be down in the description box down below. Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy, Hogwarts Legacy, Dark Souls, Shadows of Mordor. It'll be down in the description box down below. Check out his channel. You will not be disappointed. And you guys, be good, be safe. Later, taters. I'm not going to lie. Best Buy, that was a steal of a deal. Paid roughly about $60. And this guy, under $10. Loving it. Be good, be safe, guys. Later, taters.